Explain!
It means not curvy. Plain and simple.
I
So
thought
when they're talking about non-Euclidean space, that means that it's all about angles, geometric shapes, rather than,
Right, okay, sorry, yeah. Euclidean is not about angle.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Euclidean is what we have here.
Non-Euclidean is the world of sharpness.
Yep.
That'll
So,
be edited.
you got anything else to say about Lovecraft?
Give me a second.
You have about 30 left.
Okay. I haven't read it yet, but I think Dr. Leviathan here has the Red Hook, the horror at Red Hook.
Or a Red Hook.
What is that
Actually, I don't want to ruin it for you. It's about this neighborhood where a bunch of Lovecraftian things happen.
Gotcha.
And the police do a raid on the neighborhood and find all of this, messed up, just weird-ass evidence of things.
Okay.
Basically, it's like, whatchamacallit, Lovecraft meets,
CSI.
Yes!
Do you have your shades with you?
Yeah! Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. This movie, so the horror at Red Hook is a Lovecraft story. He just explained this little synopsis vaguely. I picked up I picked up a movie called Red Hook. And that I had heard about the horror at Red Hook, and then I saw this, and I was like, oh, there might be a connection. And so I bought it for a very cheap price. Thinking, you know what, if it's based off Lovecraft, that's great. If it isn't, it's at least going to be a horror movie, so we could at least see it. So, I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with Lovecraft in the slightest.
No.
Yeah, it's about a knife. Or a slasher. It's a slasher film.
Mm.
So, there is that. Also, getting back...
$5.
Mm-hmm.
Also, getting back to like kind of Lovecraft and some of that, I'm really hoping Guillermo del Toro, the director of Pan's Labyrinth and of the new Hobbit movie.
I like the way you pronounce that.
Why?
But anyways, continue.
Yeah. Actually finds a developer for, or not a developer, production studio that will actually let him make his Lovecraft trilogy. He wanted to do a Lovecraft trilogy with, like, the famous ones, like Shadow of Innsmouth, At the Mountains of Madness, and another one, but nobody in Hollywood will take it because A, it has no romance, and B, it has no happy ending. And that is what counts in fucking Hollywood.
Here's
Pisses
the thing
me
that
off.
I don't get. They make these low-budget, B-rated movies of these stories. And even the B-list stuff does fantastic.
There's two of them that have come out. One of them's already out. One of them's coming out by the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society, and the first one is a silent film, and it is gloriously accurate. The next one is by the same guys, same actors and stuff like that. I hope it's just as accurate and just as kind of creepy.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, they're all... I mean, that one that we watched that had, what was it, Tori Spelling in it?
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Cthulhu.
Yeah, these movies, I mean, they're doing well. They're not really being very accurate, but hey, I don't understand why the bigger companies aren't, being like, you know what? It has a fan base.
Yeah, it's such a huge fan base. There's fucking conventions in Oregon and the British Isles for
Oregon,
Cthulhu.
another desert.
Of course. I am aware it is not a desert state now.
However, it is now a running gag.
True. Oh, God. But yeah, there's conventions for Lovecraft. It's up there with, like, anime and video games in terms of its status.
It's a few steps below.
It's getting there, though. Like, it's definitely...
It's definitely got a big fan base.
Yeah, every horror author in today, or in North America or the Western world, maybe even some in the Eastern world as well.
Oh, definitely Eastern world.
Have very close inspirations and ties to Lovecraft novels. Some of them even announced that because they're in the horror genre because of Lovecraft. I.e., was it Junji or Junichi? Who did a lot of horror manga that involved Lovecraftian things. Clive Barker, Stephen King, Anne Rice even said that she was a Lovecraft inspired. And she does vampire novels.
Yeah, the vampires in Lovecraft are very different.
Yeah, they're very ghoulish.
Well, no.
Oh, no.
They're radically different. I mean,
Yeah.
for starters, they're on fire.
Yeah, the fire bats.
I don't think they're even bat-like. But anyways, moving on.
Anyways, yes. So it's just there's so much potential there. There's so much mining, like especially since Hollywood's been kind of just like doing nothing but remakes and adaptations of books of new books and older movies.
Well,
so why not
before you continue, if they're doing adaptations and all that, and that's a bad thing, how do you explain Lovecraft stuff?
Okay,
Look
at that. I wasn't saying that bad thing, but I'm saying like they're doing adaptations of new books and stuff. Why not revamp some of the older stuff, like the original stuff? Like revamp, like make a Sherlock, like the new Sherlock Holmes movie. Use that kind of like time period and like that period piece kind of way of doing stuff, and throw that into for Lovecraft,
as opposed to making them modern.
Exactly,
That's pissing me off.
The only ones that have gotten it right are the guys from the Historical Society of Lovecraft.
We love you guys.
Make
more movies.
Keep going, guys. We support you.
Think about adding sound. I don't like silent film. I can't deal with
the next
silent
one. The next one's going to be fully audio.
I just can't deal with silent film. I can't watch it.
Really?
It doesn't hold my interest.
Okay.
I have to be able to look away and still follow the story.
Yeah. But yeah, they are doing probably the best job out there right now. Although I haven't seen any of the indie ones that people do, like The Last Lovecraft, which I'm still waiting on.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, indie's great and all, but I want to see them making it for the masses.
Yeah, make a
I don't want to see them making it for those pretentious artsy farts faggots. I had to say it. Just like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you know, the indie guys are making it for their indie friends, and, you know, the fans of Lovecraft will stumble upon it.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's not enough. I want to see it brought to the masses.
And there's plenty of like TV, like miniseries things. Like the Necronomicon, I'm pretty sure it was an anthology movie, but I'm pretty sure it was made by like Sci-Fi, the TV show, or the TV channel. So it's like, somebody in Hollywood, I doubt from Hollywood's gonna listen to this YouTube podcast, but for the love of God, make a Lovecraft film good and for the masses.
It's not hard. It's already for the masses. You have to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they did a great job with Sherlock Holmes. That same time period.
I mean,
but
sure,
with horror elements to it. And
sure, it wasn't especially accurate as far as Sherlock Holmes goes, but it was a good movie, and it was a proper period piece.
Yeah, it proved you could do a period piece in today's age.
Dark Knight wasn't very accurate to the source material. Enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
Would it really be that hard to make Call of Cthulhu for the masses, like in a main, like by a mainstream
they
company?
just adapted the video game.
Oh, no,
was a bit of a no. But even if they did,
oh God, Uwe Boll, don't listen, Uwe Boll, do not get the rights.
they did a good enough job, transferring everything from the book